So who handles flights and hotels, and does the company book and pay for this? And is there a per diem for food?
Okay, again, it depends on where you work, what company you work for. Before I say another word, how good is this Devil's River agave bourbon? And again, disclaimer, Devil's River is a company that my good friend, my brother, Dave Batista, is a part owner of. They didn't pay us any money for this. We just, every episode, we're going to sip bourbon, scotch, whatever, while we talk. And this time we chose this. But this Devil's River bourbon agave is delicious. Oh, it's amazing.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. So, to answer your question, if you work for a major wrestling company, they will generally pay for your, well, wait a minute, hold on. Because if you're also an independent wrestling company, usually most of the lower independent companies will at least give you some money towards your trans. If you're driving in, if you have enough of a name that they're flying you in, then they'll usually pay for your airfare and hotel and whatever your fee is. I can say, I don't know how NWA or MLW do it specifically. I'd never worked for NWA and I haven't been in MLW forever. But I know they would fly the talent in and put them up and then pay them. I know with AEW and WWE, there are two very big differences. WWE will fly you in,
Okay.
but you're responsible for your hotel. They don't give you any money for a per diem, but if WWE, for example, television or pay-per-view, they provide catering. So they provide food for you at the day. There was a time there where WWE was doing budget cuts, and I don't remember who the company was, but the catering was awful. Like, it seemed like the company they hired was doing budget cuts too, and they were trying to feed us all of the.
So they're flying like with you guys? So it's the same set of folks making food?
Every week we see those people, and these companies they do like the catering for like concerts and so they're used to doing mobile catering for touring entertainment type services. I remember for a brief period the catering was so bad. I ordered like several boxes of Popeyes chicken and sides, and I had it brought to the catering room. And I told everybody, hey, you guys want to eat some real food here?
Eat this.
It was that bad. Yeah. And then eventually they kind of changed things, and that company was out, and the old company was back, and the food was much better. Same thing with AEW. They have catering, and they have like a really good catering company. So the food is always great.
Well, I know that I've been lucky enough to experience the AEW catering with you. So, quick side note, I had Trill burgers for the very first time.
Yeah.
Bun B came over. He was there filming something for AEW. He asked Chad and I how the burgers were. My mouth was so greasy and full of burger, man. I was like, yo, this is delicious, Bun B.
Listen, I'll say this, and shout out to Bun B, because he's always been very hospitable anytime I've ever been to Trill Burger. I can say this, and I'm not getting paid to say this. There is no compensation whatsoever. I don't like the sauce, so I'll get the Trill Burger without the sauce. But Trill Burger is the best fast food burger I have ever had. Camden, my son, agrees. It's his favorite burger, and the fries are good. Like, you got.
Yeah, I finished every single, and Chad was saying, have you tried it? He asked me like 4 or 5 times. I was like, not yet, Chadrick. I haven't yet. I ate all the fries first, then the burger.
Because a lot of places, the fries, they're all right, the burger. But Trill Burger, the burgers are the best. Yeah, you with that In-N-Out bullshit, go ahead on, because Trill Burger. And my son is always, Daddy, can we go back to Trill Burger? Can we go back to Trill Burger? And anytime if you're in Houston, if you try to go to Trill Burger, there's a line, a long line. There might not be a place for you to park. They got people monitoring the parking.
That's what took me so long to try it. But walking in with you at catering, I was like, oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
Now I can have it.
So, but that was specifically because AEW was doing Collision from Rosenberg, Texas, which is just outside of Houston. They were advertising it as Houston, but Houstonians know Rosenberg is not Houston. But back to the original question and the point. Both WWE and AEW provide catering for TV and pay-per-views. There's no per diem for food. The primary difference between the two companies is that AEW will fly you in, and I don't know. This is an assumption on my part, but I'm thinking because the Khan family own the Jacksonville Jaguars and Fulham FC, I think they do the team hotel concept. Whereas WWE, they'll fly you to the city, but you're responsible for your own hotel. And you're responsible for your own transportation to and from the venue. And then they will fly you back home. AEW will fly you to the television city. They put everybody up at a team hotel.
Okay.
So you don't pay for your hotel at the AEW. And then unless it's in your contract that you have a car service, which some guys do, they provide a team bus or a shuttle, which will take you from the hotel to the building for the television or the pay-per-view. And then with AEW, towards the end of the night, they'll have multiple shuttles leaving at different times. Because if you finish early, then you know there's a shuttle leaving at this time. So they'll have multiple shuttles taking you from the building back to the hotel.
Understood.
And then you're responsible for getting yourself from the hotel to the airport. And usually there's a shuttle. Sometimes there's not a shuttle from the airport to the hotel, so you got to catch an Uber. It's a small expense when you consider you don't have to pay for your hotel. And no, there's no per diem, but there's food for you. And at the end of the night, too, the catering department, they will set up the food that's left over, and there's all kinds of snacks and drinks, and they'll have to-go, I don't know like containers with a top. So if you want to take some food with you back to the room, or
is that the same catering company at AEW that travels show to show?
Yes.
Oh, so you're familiar with the taste of the food?
Yeah. And then it's really good quality, and they do healthy food, tasty food. They got all kinds of snacks, and like I brought my son Camden with me, and he was stuffing his pockets with candy and all kinds. I'm like, hey, take it easy, man.